Follow that? Oh my goodness.
Good luck, Rob.
Yeah, I
That was
know,
a
right?
cute
That's
puppy.
terrible. Get him a sweater because he might need it for the next couple of days. That's about the only segue I've got.
That's the only way he could be even cuter.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, I do have a lot to talk about when it comes to the forecast, with temperatures staying cold for a while, but I think over the next several days we're going to start to see some subtle hints at a warm up. So if you're not necessarily a fan of this cold weather, don't worry.
Yeah.
I've got some good news in the forecast.
We thought we were getting into the 30s today.
Yeah, it's been a little tough in Indy to try to get into the 30s. We're stuck with these clouds. I was hoping we'd break into a little bit more sunshine. We haven't seen that here, but you go just a few miles to the south side of Indy is actually seeing a little bit of sunshine. So let me show you what we're dealing with temperature-wise. There's, looking to the south, you can see some clearing there, and even Bloomington showing sunshine while other locations are socked in with the clouds. And look what it did to the temperatures. The warmest location here is Bloomington, and it's because it has that sunshine. It may be the winter sunshine, which isn't as strong as what we would expect during spring or summer, but it is certainly enough to boost the temperature 5 degrees or so. We also have these north winds that are keeping the temperatures down. You put those two things together, the clouds and the north winds, and well, it makes for a very typical January day. This is where our temperatures are, and you can really see where a little bit of sunshine has helped to warm the temperatures up, although 20s really are more the rule. Now, I expect much of the same for tomorrow, but I'm also hoping we'll be able to get just a little bit warmer as we look to our forecast over the next couple of days. Overnight tonight, we're probably just going to be stuck with the clouds. Not a lot of movement in the temperatures. They will cool back down into the low to mid 20s, but that's about it. The clouds actually keeping us a little bit milder overnight, but they block out the sun during the day, so we stay cooler during the daytime. It's possible we could see a little snow flurry sometime during the overnight or tomorrow, but overall this should be a dry pattern that stays with us all the way into early next week. More clouds as we look into Sunday, although the possibility of seeing some sunshine here on Sunday, which would help to boost our temperatures another couple of degrees. That should get us slightly warmer than where we have been. But the big warm up that we've been advertising is not necessarily because we're going to break into a ton of sunshine. It's because we actually expect a little bit of a pattern change. 23, that's our average low for this time of year. It's going to be our expected low for tonight, and 36 is our expected high temperature for tomorrow, or close to that depending on where you are. It's also our average high for this time of year. So this is exactly where we should be for early January. And a little bit milder as we look to Sunday. Also a little bit colder overnight, and that may be because of those clear skies to start the morning. So a little bit bigger spread in the daytime highs and lows. But then look what happens. After Sunday, this typical January temperature pattern goes away, and we start to see the temperatures really warm up. We'll do 50s by Tuesday. We'll do 50s all the way through the end of the week, and we could be approaching 60 degrees as we look to maybe Thursday and Friday. Long range pattern has warmer than average temperatures, not just for us, but really for the eastern half of the country. There you see the 7-day forecast. There are some rain chances in there Thursday and Friday. That pattern is warmer, but it's also wetter by the end of the week. But we are expecting dry conditions until that point as the warm up begins early next week.